Peter Vincent joins me once again in the studio. As I mentioned, he's a terrorism expert and former U.S. Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Department of Justice official, also a frequent guest here at CGTN America. Peter, I want to switch gears a little bit and really talk about the current political climate here in the United States. A lot of Muslims, Muslim Americans in this country feel alienated by this administration. We have heard President Trump over and over again use the phrase radical Islam terrorism, and many critics would say that implies ISIS speaks for all Muslims. Does using that kind of phrase alienate Muslims and really play into the hands of terrorists?
Asieh, unfortunately it does. I dare say that it offends not only Muslim Americans, but our vital partners that are from Muslim countries who are themselves Muslims. And it, in fact, works directly against our interests to partner with our allies in many countries across the globe to combat violent extremism of all forms. When the Trump administration took office, it, in fact, pivoted from focusing on all violent extremism to only focusing on what the president calls radical Islamic terrorism, leaving aside, of course, other insurgent and terrorist organizations that also cause great damage and harm across the world.
And when we talk about Trump's travel ban from 6 Muslim-majority countries, they are Iran, Libya, Syria, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. Peter, 15 of the 19 hijackers were Saudi Arabia, the rest Egypt, United Arab Emirates, and Lebanon. None of these countries are part of that travel ban.
The travel ban initially issued on January 27th and then reissued with the deletion of Iraq on March 7th was ill-conceived, poorly drafted, and counterproductive. And it has done a great deal of harm, in my opinion, in terms of building trust between our allies and our partners in combating extremism. It is offensive. It has upset our best partners in the various regions, including North Africa and the Middle East. And as you correctly point out, none of the bombers on September 11th were from any of the 7, now 6 countries. So it's a bit counterproductive and a bit counterintuitive that those countries would have been selected.
Peter Vincent, thank you. We'll be back with you shortly.